everyone, welcome back. Back again to cover this four-game slate because I just got some news that's going to change the entire slate. Anthony Davis is out tonight, so I wanted to make an updated video because I had some time today. So let's get into it. As always, you can hit the like button if you guys enjoy. Maybe I'll make more updated videos if you guys want me to, but just some days I can't. But days I do have some time when we do get some news like this, I don't mind breaking it down again. So let's get right into it. I won't go in depth with all the guys that I'm interested in. Not kind of covered that in the first video. I'll just touch on where this slate kind of changes now. So starting with the Lakers side, without Davis, could also be without LeBron. He's still listed as questionable. But the first guy that I would like to get to is Kyle Kuzmo, is only 4,300. A strong chance he'll start tonight. There was a couple times where they started Morris, but either way, Kyle Kuzma should be seeing a lot more minutes, and when he's out there, he should not have to kind of deal with LeBron and Davis, both kind of having the ball in their hands a lot. So he just gets a nice usage bump without Davis in there. He starts, his minutes will go up, more shot attempts, and he's been a pretty good rebounder this season. Even when his shots aren't falling, he's actually like going towards the basket and kind of jumping up and getting the ball instead of like just kind of running back down the court like he would last season. So the rebounds are definitely there, and I don't think they're fluky at all. So he's the first guy I would get to on the Lakers side. And now we've seen like Dennis Schroeder also have some big games without Davis this season. It's been a bit of a struggle for him recently, just because there's not a lot of rebounds to go around when you have Davis, LeBron, when they have Harrell, and then like when Gasol's out there to start the game. Not a lot of assists either, with LeBron handling the ball a lot. So types of spots where Shooter does will definitely like to kind of make his mark on the team and in the game. Minutes should be a little bit higher without Davis. Usage will be a lot higher, a lot more shot attempts, and just like the price tag on him at 57. Without Davis, he should probably be in like the mid 6K range at least. And there's a chance LeBron also won't play tonight, so a lot to like with both Shooter and Kuzma. Even if LeBron plays, I don't think he'll log very heavy minutes after last night's like 38 minutes that he played. So I really like Shooter and Kuzma. They're the two that I like the most. And then if Morris happens to start, even if he doesn't start, I think he looks like a great value play at just $3,000. He's a guy that you can definitely make a strong case for. He's also center eligible. Not that you want to play him at center, but just a lot of flexibility to play Morris at min price. And then you have Montrezl Harrell, looks fine as well. He's still going to have to deal with Gasol unless he happens to rest tonight, but I definitely like Kuzma the most. Then Schroeder, and then the last guy I'll mention is Alex Caruso. Will definitely look a little bit better at 3,600. And that's kind of it. I don't think I'll play KCP at 4,000. So yeah, a couple Lakers guys to consider. You definitely want to have at least one Laker in your lineup, I would say. Maybe probably two or three is a preferred. At least two is what I'm going with. And then we still have some value on the Portland side without CJ McCollum, without Covington, and now that we got some Lakers value with Kyle Kuzma, we got like maybe Markieff Morris. You have like Caruso. So it's going to be easy to pay over Dame Lillard now. He's going to be probably the guy that everybody starts their build with in cash games, just because Davis being 8,900, some people probably going to play him. People now go up to Damian Lillard. He's going to see a ton of minutes, gets such a high usage rate without McCollum, double candidate, and just has 60 plus, like 70-point upside. You're getting a 10-6. Price tag has definitely taken a big time jump, but it's for a good reason, and you're not going to have very many duds like he was having occasionally when McCollum was there, just because there's nobody else that really will shoot the kind of volume that Lillard will. So he's super safe, even though the price tag is definitely up there. Small forward, I probably would still like to get a piece of the Clippers, even though the Lakers look better. But on the Clippers side, I think Marcus Morris, my bad. He is the guy that I like on the Clipper side. Probably the most out of the guys that are starting. I don't want to pay $7,000 for Reggie Jackson. I don't really want to play like Ibaka. I think he's 6,800. I'd much rather go to Morris, who I expected to have a better game. Shot the ball bad, didn't even take a three last game, but he's shooting the ball great on the season, especially from distance. Limited attempts, but we'll get a lot of opportunity without both Kawhi and Paul George tonight, so hopefully it makes the most of it. The minutes were also down, only 24, but definitely kind of a hot hand approach, as kind of saw Terrence Mann play well and then Reggie Jackson play well, so wasn't like Morris definitely could have played more. Like I would say, I would expect him to play in the 30s tonight if he is playing better. So just something to keep an eye on. They still have a lot of bodies, so it's not like the Wizards situation where they only have a few guys and like Bradley Beal has to play like 35 to 40 minutes. They still have a bunch of bodies, but I do like the price tag on Morris at only 5,000. And then center, I'll go back to DeAndre Ayton. I still think he looks good at 78. No, also got confirmation that they're going to be without Devin Booker tonight. Also, a few other role players are going to miss in Cameron Payne and Sarge. So hopefully Ayton can bounce back from his dud from yesterday. He definitely has the opportunity and he definitely has some upside here. So just hope that he can make the most of it in a very good spot against Golden State. He should have a ton of rebounds to pull down, and hopefully he can kind of bully his way in the paint with against Kevon Looney and Wiseman. Kanter looks fine too at 71, but I definitely like Ayton a little bit more. And then the last guy to mention here is, like, I think Chris Paul is still a guy that I want to get to. Get a couple Suns in there, get a couple Lakers. Definitely Damian Lillard now that we got more value. And then, Clippers, I think, went from being like the second team that I was looking on target to like the fourth team or like the third or fourth team on this 8-team slate. Chris Paul, I still like him a lot. It's a good spot against the fine spot against the Warriors. Even though they've been fine at not giving up a ton of points, but still giving up a lot of points, 114. Just think that Chris Paul will have a lot of opportunities, just like he always has been without Devin Booker the past few games. Almost had a triple double few games ago. That game did go into double overtime, but he was almost at a triple double in the fourth quarter. Last night looked fine against his former team, even though he's only there for like one season. But just a good spot against Warriors in terms of I think it's going to be a close game with them missing Devin Booker, and definitely I think there's going to be fantasy points to go around for Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton. And it's mainly it from the Draftkings. I think like these 6 look pretty good pieces to build around, especially Cal, Kuzma, Schroeder, Lillard, and then Chris Paul. So let's go over to Fanduel, kind of touch on anything, some of the new picks over there. All right, on Fanduel, some new picks that look appealing. I'll definitely start with Kyle Kuzma. It's only 3,900 at power forward. He's going to be the first guy that I lock in. The second guy is going to be Damian Lillard. Easy to get to him now that we have just so much more value on the slate. Chris Paul still looks strong at point guard. Still like John Wall a little bit, but I like Chris Paul a lot more. That's $100 more. And then you have Shooter looks good at 57. Reggie Jackson at 5,000. Point guard is loaded still on FanDuel, but definitely going to start with Damian Lillard. Small forward. If LeBron James is in, then you can definitely make a good case to pay up for him here. You have some other guys that look fine, like Carmelo Anthony at 52. Bridges at 55. Johnson looks decent at 46 as well. It's mainly the ones that I'm kind of considering. We'll see if I end up going for LeBron, just because is a lot of value on the slate. I'll start with center though. Still like to get to probably Ganter at 65. At shooting guard, I'll definitely have the ability to pay up here a bit. So, looking at my options, I don't mind going to Oladipo at 83. The price tag is up there, but there's just nobody else that really feels good about paying that much for. Still playing a good amount of minutes. There is a lot more players that will contribute now that like Christian Wood is back. So it's a little bit riskier, but there's just not that many cheap guys that look that appealing that have similar ceiling. I guess you could look to like Terrence Mann. I wish Dennis Schroeder was shooting guard eligible, but right now I think probably Oladipo. If you aren't feeling Oladipo at that price tag, then I'll probably go with like some of the Clippers value. The Clippers look fine on FanDuel at shooting guard at least, with Kennard at only 55. That Man at 45. So probably just stick with Man just because he gives you some upside in the steals department, and if he's out there for 30 minutes, I think he probably can run into some scoring some rebounds. And then at center here, like I mentioned, Kanter looks good. But there is going to be a little bit more flexibility if you wanted to go up to DeAndre Ayton. So, and I'm playing Aiden on Draftkings, so I think I might as well just have him on Fanduel as well. And my Kelly Oubre looks good to me at small forward. If I wasn't able to get to LeBron, I think you can look to Kelly Oubre, Bridges, and like Carmelo looks strong as well at 52. But these 6 are probably what I'll end up with. Still leaves you with almost 7,000 left. So that's pretty much it for the new updated video. Thanks for watching, and best of luck.